This episode is brought to you by the Kirtland Partnership Committee, supporting the Kirtland National Security Complex since 1995. With 109 mission sets across 52,000 acres, Kirtland Air Force Base sits at the heart of innovation, national defense, and global security. KPC is proud to champion military value, economic growth, and quality of life for service members and their families. Learn more at kpcabq.org. KPC, mission-focused, community-driven.
From the Albuquerque Journal, this is the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. It's Tuesday, August 12th. Here's what we're covering on today's episode. The Georgia O'Keeffe Museum in Santa Fe has begun construction on a new campus that's set to open in late spring or early summer of 2028.
So we are building a new Georgia O'Keeffe Museum. It's going to be a 54,000 square foot facility.
That's the voice of Cody Hartley, the museum's director.
That will effectively replace our current facility. We've been in that building for 28 some years, and we've really outgrown it. Our program, our visitation, our collections have outgrown the limited space we have. So the new facility will allow us to continue welcoming our visitors from around the state and around the world with a much larger footprint. So that includes a lot of the essential visitor amenities and programmatic spaces, like a gracious lobby to welcome everyone, classrooms and multi-purpose spaces for educational programs and lectures and those kinds of events, kind of critical back-of-house resources like collection storage and a conservation lab, loading docks for moving art in and out of the building, all the kinds of things you need to be a modern museum.
The new campus will also consolidate operations on a landscape campus designed with locally sourced adobe and architectural details inspired by O'Keeffe's art. Visitor capacity is expected to rise to 215,000 annually, funded 91% by 98 private donors. The project is one of the largest cultural investments in New Mexico's history. The museum, which opened in 1997, houses the world's largest collection of O'Keeffe's work and also oversees her historic home and studio and the Welcome Center in Albuquerque and Ghost Ranch. O'Keeffe, born in Wisconsin in 1887, became a pioneering modernist whose connection to New Mexico began in 1929 and inspired many of her iconic southwestern landscapes until her death in Santa Fe in 1986. The New Mexico Public Education Department is holding community meetings statewide, including recent gatherings in Mescalero and Farmington, to gather input for a court-ordered plan to better serve at-risk students, especially Native American children. The plan, due in draft form by October under the Yazzie Martinez ruling, aims to address the state's failure to provide adequate education to Native, low-income, English learning, and disabled students. Community members called for stronger Native language programs, more cultural awareness in the classrooms, actions against racism, and recruitment of Native educators, including in special education. Attendees shared personal experiences, from language loss to cultural misunderstandings, and voiced frustration at the lack of progress since the 2017 trial, with proficiency ratings still being stagnant. Since the lawsuit, school funding has risen by $2 billion, but the state has yet to finalize a concrete action plan. Tribal leaders and legislators express commitment to reform, while advocates stress the need for systematic change, not just discussion, to ensure future generations receive a culturally relevant and high-quality education. In Albuquerque's 10th police shooting of 2025, a welfare check for a 96-year-old man turned deadly after he fired at officers during an hour-long standoff. On July 15th, police were called by Sammy Jenkinson's wife, who reported he had taken Klonopin and was drinking heavily and had threatened suicide. She later tried to cancel the call, but officers responded to their Wellspring Avenue Northwest home.
In this incident, 4 officers discharged their duty weapons.
That's the voice of Albuquerque Police Department Deputy Commander Rob Dreger, who helps oversee the department's Criminal Investigations Bureau.
Officer Derek Haynes, who's been with the Albuquerque Police Department since June of 2017. Officer Haynes has no prior officer-involved shootings. Officer Gerardo Gamboa, who's been with the department since March of 2018. Officer Gamboa does not have any prior officer-involved shootings. Officer Christopher Luthi, who's been with the Albuquerque Police Department since November of 2011. Officer Luthi does not have any prior officer-involved shootings. And Officer Silva, who's been with the Albuquerque Police Department since March of 2016. Officer Silva has been involved in 1 prior officer-involved shooting. The involved subject in this incident is 69-year-old Sammy Jenkins. At the time of the incident, Mr. Jenkins did not have any outstanding warrants. Mr. Jenkins does not have a criminal history, and his only documented interaction with law enforcement was in 2008, where he was listed as the victim in a vandalism report.
Lapel video shows that Jenkins' wife warned officers that he had a gun. Crisis negotiators spoke with Jenkins, who displayed a handgun and moved to an upstairs room. Between 6:38 and 6:43 p.m., Jenkins fired 8 shots, 6 from a handgun and 2 from a rifle. Rounds struck police vehicles, but did not injure anybody. Officers returned fire multiple times. At 6:47 p.m., Jenkins emerged from his garage armed, and Officer Matthew Silva shot him once in the chest, killing him. Police recovered 4 legally purchased firearms from the home, though 2 were unused. This is the 7th fatal APD police shooting that has occurred this year. And the ABQ Biopark Zoo is planning a $22 million renovation for its gorilla habitats, creating 2 large and rich spaces with climbing structures, water features, and expansive views for both the apes and visitors. The project, which is funded by the city's gross receipts tax, will also include indoor temperature-controlled areas and upgraded indoor habitats for year-round comfort. Currently in the design phase, the expansion is part of a broader series of biopark improvements, including the second phase of an Australia exhibit, renovations to the Butterfly Pavilion, construction of the Science, Health, and Aquatic Research Center, and updates to the Children's Fantasy Garden. Mayor Tim Keller said the upgrades will enhance animal welfare, conservation, and education while creating a more immersive visitor experience. The leading news is powered by the journalism of the Albuquerque Journal. If you enjoy hearing all of the stories we share with you here daily, please consider becoming a digital subscriber to the Journal by utilizing the discount code in our show notes. Every subscription helps support local journalism and allows us to provide you with the news that matters to you. Now taking a look at Albuquerque's weather forecast, there's a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms today after 3 p.m., increasing clouds with a high near 94. As for this evening, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms does exist before midnight, mostly cloudy with a low around 63. To keep up with all the latest news from the Albuquerque Journal, you can visit our website at abqjournal.com. That's the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. We'll be back tomorrow.